It's not.
On this episode 86, it's big year into the Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
So we saved you this year. We didn't sing, but the show's not over with you. So your ears may be bleeding.
It may be.
But let's start off with opening up our big Top Row Rowdy book as we turn the page to booking an NWO-Style Takeover NXT. Last week's chapter was NXT Circles the Wagon. This week, Superstars Return helps NXT's cause.
1 month later, in a no-holds-barred match for the NXT Championship, Samoa Joe, with the help of Cesaro, Sandow, Axel, and Corbin, defeats a brave yet eventually overcome Finn Balor. Balor is left injured and in a heap, carted off on a stretcher after the show. Important to the story, he has yet to invoke the demon in any of these matches against the bad guys. NXT's without a leader, as the next week, Joe defeats Hideo Itami cleanly. Cesaro has also asserted himself in the cleaner role, as he's the guy responsible for ensuring that Joe has no challengers for the championship. However, in walks Neville to Regal's office and demands a match versus Cesaro. Regal agrees, and the next week, Neville outlasts Cesaro, who instead of wrestling Neville in a single match, offered him versus Cesaro and Baron Corbin. Having defeated both competitors, he now wants Joe. Next week, Joe versus Neville.
So he beat both of them and got through. So his Joe's title could be in jeopardy.
Exactly. So now Neville coming back from WWE to help his NXT company that he helped build.
Yes, we only can hope because, we had one NXT guy who has turned his back. Could Neville be playing the NXT crowd as well?
Could he?
Now let's start off. We're going to get some more toppies here. We got above and beyond toppies here. And let's start off with failure of the year. There was a list, like other things, of failure. What was the failure of 2015? Well, folks, everybody was talking about on the message boards.
It's true.
Every week in and week out, this is the worst since 1999. This is the worst since this is the worst holiday one. This is the worst, the worst, the worst, the worst. Every week.
Every week.
And that toppy for the failure of the year goes to the WWE Raw ratings, which are the worst in years.
Yes.
You listen to everybody say something.
Next with the Outstager Welcome Award. That toppy goes to the faction of the Authority.
Yes, you've been there long enough. It's time to break
Put somebody
up.
else in charge.
Nobody else needs to be in charge. Let Vince come back like he did this past Raw.
Now that did help a lot. Everybody enjoyed it.
That's different. Somebody hadn't seen it in a while.
That's true.
But it's just same old, same old. If it ain't Triple H and Stephanie, it's Vince and his goons. So
that's true.
So we don't need to change anything because we're getting that way now.
That is true. Next, we have everybody's favorite award.
Yes, it made it back again.
It did. We're about to have a visitor, and it's not going to be good, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good. But, ladies and gentlemen, the next award goes to what we call the Dick Togo Award.
And I think this guy is a 2-year winner.
He is second year in a row.
I don't think anybody on the list has done that or will do that.
And his head's above everyone else.
Other than the Dick Togo Award.
The Dick Togo Award winner, ladies and gentlemen, this guy.
And he's deserving of this.
Very deserving of the Dick Togo Award. If you don't know who Dick Togo is, look him up.
But when you think of Dick Togo,
what do
you think of this guy?
You think of this guy when you
Yes.
think of Dick Togo, ladies and gentlemen. And that guy is Bryan Cage.
Yes.
And when you spell Cage, it's C-A-I-G-E. So y'all have fun looking up who Dick Togo Award winner is. This is the second year in a row that he is the Dick Togo Award winner.
Our next to Toppy is the Daniel Bryan Yes Award. And there was nobody else who could not win this award but this guy. I mean, heads and shoulders again. No trickery.
No trickery.
Heads and shoulders. And the winner of the 2015 Toppy for Daniel Bryan Yes Award goes to Cesaro.
Yes, he has his own section in some of these shows.
He does.
Unfortunately, right now he's injured.
And hopefully he'll do like Vince, like Austin says, and when he comes back, say, damn everybody, and go. I mean, just go toward the top where he belongs.
I think if him and Tyson Kidd would never got injured, I think they would still be a mainstay in the tag team division, which is a good thing.
Yes, it is.
And next is the Future Is Now award.
Yes.
Who
This
will be
award-
in NXT before the end of 2006?
Yes, the Future Is Now goes for who we think will be in NXT before the end of 2016. And there was a list of people.
There
You
is
look
a
at
list,
you
a
look at like,
long
oh,
list.
could he be her? This team. I mean, there's just so many.
A long
WWE
list
has so
of
many
people.
feelers out there.
Yes, they're looking at a lot of people, but this person right here, number 42 in the top 50 on the PWI, and
Yes.
she's had tryout matches. She's been looked at many times with the WWE.
Her daddy's worked for the WWE.
Exactly. He is a legend. Her stepfather is a legend in the business, and we think that by the end of 2016, that this person will be in NXT. So the Future Is Now award goes to Miss Tessa Blanchard.
Yes, and well deserving. By this time, for this big year in 2016, we could talk about Tessa Blanchard
She may
being
be-
the NXT Women's Champion.
She may be the Diva of the Year.
Could be. Well, now we're gonna go and do. We're gonna do the 50 matches every WWE fan must see, 50 through 41. This will be continued on a few weeks here.
A few weeks.
Yes. Give us something to do here.
Number 50
Number 50. Go ahead.
comes from the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, with The Undertaker taking on Shawn Michaels. If you haven't seen it, then you've been living under a rock.
I know. Get out from on that rock. How you not see this Shawn Michaels Undertaker match? Up next at number 49 is RVD taking on Jerry Lynn. ECW Television Championship match, Hardcore Heaven 1999, which you can watch on the network for only
$9.99.
That's it.
Next, you have number 48, which is Roddy Piper taking on Greg the Hammer Valentine in the world-famous dog collar match at Starrcade 1983. It was unheard of how vicious this match was. This was hardcore before hardcore was ever heard of.
This is true. Up next, for number 47, was Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21.
Such a good pay-per-view.
A classic.
WrestleMania 21 across the board was great.
Yes.
But this match right here was a show stealer.
This one got Shawn Michaels in it.
Exactly. Number 46 was Team Cena versus Team Authority in a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team match, Survivor Series 2014.
It's a mouthful.
Woo! Mouthful, ladies and gentlemen. But that was where Sting appeared, and that's
Yes.
where Cena got eliminated because of the Big Show turning on the team, and Dolph Ziggler was the final participant, and guess what? It went nowhere.
Because this is WWE. so.
Exactly. Number 40.
Number 45 is Chris Jericho taking on Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship Mask versus Title match at Bash 2009. Please go back to the Great American Bash.
Not just call it the Bash.
You
That's
own
just-
it. You own it. Just like War Games. You own it.
That's true.
Come on, Hunter. Put on NXT. War Games, NXT. How great would that be? Takeover. War Games.
Exactly.
It's a nice ring to it, don't it?
It does. Next. 44. Razor Ramon taking on Shawn Michaels in a championship match, ladder match in at WrestleMania 10.
Everybody loves that ladder match, even though it wasn't the first. They keep saying the first.
Nope.
Up next, at number 43 is The Shield, taking on the Wyatt family, Elimination Chamber 2014. That was huge.
That was huge.
People love The Shield and Wyatts, and we may one day get The Shield and Wyatts again.
That would be mine. Number 42 was Bret Hart taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin in a submission match at WrestleMania 13 with the world famous. We had a special referee of Ken Shamrock with the world famous ending of Stone Cold not quitting, not tapping out, but passing out due to loss of blood and pain.
And we go from heel Austin, face Bret, to heel Bret, face Austin.
Exactly.
In one match. How many times does that happen? Never. And finally, this week at number 41 was John Cena versus Daniel Bryan for the WWF Championship at SummerSlam 2013.
Of course.
Where he won it and then
We got a swig of drink here. For some more story time.
Up next is the 10 shocking WWF superstars fired. No one saw coming. At number 8, Daniel Bryan. When you tell you one thing and then you're fired. Well, don't tell me to do something different.
Daniel Bryan was and still is the most successful and talented NXT rookie from the 2010 edition of that series, and fans were gobsmacked when the indie darling, something which meant nothing in the WWE back then, was fired. A phone call from Vince McMahon to break the news came after he choked out ring announcer Justin Roberts with a tie as the NXT roster attacked the ring and personnel at the end of Raw. That level of violence was apparently a little too much for the PG-rated WWE and their sponsors. but Bryan's sudden dismissal came across as a major overreaction. Bryan has chronicled in his autobiography how much he hated the degrading and humiliating experience of NXT, and while his firing came as a shock, he was actually glad to be able to return to the Indies, finding an even greater level of success there and being able to charge a lot more for his time thanks to the higher profile that appearing on the WWE program had given him.
That's everybody now.
Yep. As surprising as Bryan's firing may have been at the time, that ended up paling in comparison to his return at SummerSlam a few months later. Having made the statement they wanted to, the WWE clearly realized what a mistake it was to let the American Dragon go, and it was no time at all until he was winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and main eventing a WrestleMania for them as a firm fan favorite.
That's true.
It's very true.
Now think.
But you know he was fired more than once. He was actually in developmental at one time as a very, very, very young age.
How would it take away the garbage NXT?
Yep.
Well, they did the stupid run over with beer kegs and all that crap and jumping rope and
that's pretty stupid.
Yeah. Grab the flag. But let's put all the people there into NXT now.
Big difference.
I think the NXT we were talking about now would have been born a lot earlier.
Yep.
Because all the people going through there, please.
Exactly. But finally, we have the last
set of toppies on this big year ender as we are ready to close up shop for the 2015. We're going to celebrate Christmas with our friends and family, and I hope you do too.
Of course you should. You definitely should, ladies and
Get a
gentlemen.
little eggnog.
Because the most hated wrestler of the year has to go to Mr. Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Not because he was, a heel or anything, but because the fans wanted what the fans wanted.
I think we're on chapter 5 of let's try to do something for Roman Reigns and see if this may work.
Right. And next we have the most popular wrestler of the year.
Most popular wrestler?
Most popular. Do you remember when they put out his merchandise? I believe it was a brand new Dean Ambrose when we gave it away. Yes, he is the most popular wrestler of the year. But do you remember when they put out his, I think it was a hoodie, and it sold out, and he was actually selling more stuff than John Cena?
Yeah, I remember that.
Why don't you capitalize on that, people? You afraid to upset?
Again, it's WWE.
You afraid to upset your golden boy? I mean, he's golf. He just made 2 movies in a row. What y'all been doing?
Yes.
He's looking at a career outside of wrestling because guess what? He knows he's getting older. So guess what y'all got to do? Y'all got to look at a new generation.
And more than
remember
just
Brad, Sean, remember all that?
Yes.
Diesel and Razor Ramon, remember that kind of stuff? Do it again. Just got to do it again.
Yes. And you've got the talent.
Oh my gosh, so much talent, but yet when you bring an NXT person in that is so popular down in NXT and you let them job out, look at Bo Dallas and Neville, look at the Ascension. If I was in NXT, I'd be like, please leave me here. I am comfortable living in Florida. I am comfortable with my paycheck. I am paying my bills.
And I
don't have to travel that far.
A lot more freedom.
All my what'd you call it? All the house shows are all in Florida.
For right now, but it looks like they're
of course, they're moving all around. But still, you get to move around. They don't have to ride in individual vehicles. No. When they go to other states, they bus them. Hello, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, folks. Just leave me down there. That's what I would say.
I would say that too, because I don't know if you have nothing for me. Or I'm going to come out and just job out.
I mean, because I could have sworn that they said that Triple H said that the big thing is now that if you, from now on, NXT now being on the network and it being a big deal, if you come up to the main roster, we have long-term plans for you. When is that going to start?
Yeah, squished.
The only person they have given good plans to is Kevin Owens.
That is true. You think about it.
No Tyler Breeze. I mean, they could have had a long, drawn-out feud with him and Dolph Ziggler. Now look who he's feuding with. Goldust?
Yeah.
Really? Goldust sitting in the VIP section, distracting him? That's where we're going?
That's where we're going.
Wow, people. And I understand an older wrestler helping out a younger wrestler. I get that.
He needs to be better, but...
But that's great. That's wonderful, whatever. But Dolph is also supposed to be leaving, or thinking about leaving. So a long feud with the next Dolph Ziggler, Tyler Breeze, would make more sense, okay? Bo Dallas, gone nowhere. He just jogs around the ring. Neville.
You get to believe that I'm not going anywhere.
That went so big for a while, though. But then you got Neville. All he does is, he's just Matt Sydal all over again. He's Evan Bourne all over. Look at that great move. Look at him in the air. Psh, there he is. Okay. And we don't need him anymore. That's all you care about is that one move. That's all he's good for. That's the way WWE looks at it. I mean, even with the women, they brought him up. Okay. Really and truly, how big has it got? How the women's revolution? Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch were in the daggum dark match. Was in the daggum, not free for all, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, Charlotte's the champion. That's great and that's wonderful. Would she have been the champion though? Because Nikki's hurt. That's the reason she lost the belt. She was hurt.
Yep.
So maybe they're going to do more with the women. I don't know, but I don't see Neville going any higher than he is. I don't see Bo Dallas going any higher than he is. I don't see the Ascension ever going anywhere.
Neville and the Miz are running a thing now.
Well, that's weird too.
It is.
You help me get a British accent for this fake movie. It's not happening, and I'll help you. How? Look at where the Miz is at.
I know.
He made it into WrestleMania and couldn't even remember the match because he had a concussion. But we still let him wrestle. He had a concussion, but he could still wrestle. All he's good for is Miz TV, and nobody cares about that either. But yet,
I'm sorry, he's not the same coming Roddy Piper.
Thank you. But we're okay with him being around.
We need Carter's Corner again.
Exactly. But it doesn't make any sense to me. How's the Miz going to help Neville get any higher when Miz is lower than Neville?
Yeah.
Come on, people.
Just put them together as a tag team.
They're trying to do the whole Alex Riley with Miz and the Miz and Daniel Bryan thing.
Yes.
I mean, weird. Okay, folks. But anyway, we're going to move on.
That was off just the most popular wrestler.
That's off just the most popular wrestler, and that all went off that tangent. But we have the pay-per-view of the year. Biggest pay-per-view of the year, ladies and gentlemen, which, I mean, some of these Ring of Honor pay-per-views could probably look at it and say, oh, that was better than WrestleMania, but the biggest pay-per-view of the year is WrestleMania 30.
Yes. It's a top dog.
It is. The INDY Show of the year. The fourth one, ladies and gentlemen, and I have big news. I'm subscribed to their emails.
All right.
I got their email, ladies and gentlemen. Next year, right after Thanksgiving, is the 5th.
5th.
And as of right now, the plan is the final WrestleCade.
Really?
5th. They said they want to go out on top.
Wow. Surprising.
So, I don't know if ticket sales were slow. I don't know what's going on, but they said they want to go out on top. So, ladies and gentlemen, WrestleCade is your indie show of the year. And next year, maybe the final WrestleCade and maybe the indie show again because of it being the final one. Hopefully, they go all out, balls to the wall.
That's true.
Hopefully.
Boss Mahoney, Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Exactly. And next we have the match of the year.
The match of the year. So many matches. So many.
Thousands.
So many
Thousands between all the promotions.
Everybody. Match.
Match.
You can watch a match a day and still have a lot of matches left.
Yeah, because that's only 365 days.
Woo.
You got a lot more matches to look at. Thank you. You're welcome.
But the match of the year is NXT Takeover Brooklyn. It's Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship match.
Very good.
Barn burner. Slobber knocker. A great match. It is.
They beat each other like government mirrors.
And they well deserve it. They went out there and they took it.
They do. I'm not going there.
They took it.
They took it.
They took it.
Hey, buddy. Anyway, we're going to move on from that statement.
We're going to go to Diva / Knockout.
Speaking of taking it.
Yeah.
Woo!
And you just talked about it. And it's deserving. 300 days as champion.
Yes, a long time.
I mean, that's a long time. Says it wasn't because who her boyfriend was, but okay, whatever.
Of course not.
But the Diva Knockout of the Year is Nikki Bella. She wins the toppy this year.
Yes, of course. I mean, that's a very long reign. Whether it's a boyfriend or not, I don't care. Whatever. Indie Wrestler of the Year.
Had to make sure she beat AJ Lee's reign.
Of course. This next person is the Indie Wrestler of the Year. This person apparently has a long 10-year contract or something like that.
He does.
With Lucha Underground.
I'm afraid Lucha Underground probably won't make it.
Probably not. But this particular person, roommates with Apollo Crews, we talked about that in an earlier segment. Also dating Tessa Blanchard. So, I mean, that two ups to you right there.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Indie Wrestler of the Year is Ricochet, Lucha Underground. He is known as Prince Puma.
And now the big one.
The big one!
All of the promotions.
Every promotion across the board.
This
We did
goes
lots of
for
research.
the
Lots of research on it.
Wrestler of the Year.
Of course.
I think Daniel Bryan was the Wrestler of the Year last year.
He probably was. Well deserved.
Yes. And this year we looked this guy over. He's done a lot of things in a short period of time.
Tons.
In different promotions.
Yeah.
And I see much bigger things if he doesn't get injured.
Of course.
But the Wrestler of the Year for Top Rope Rally, who gets a great big toppy here.
A huge toppy.
Who doesn't look nothing like The Rock.
Nothing like The Rock. I mean, he's been on here like 12 times already, so.
The Wrestler of the Year is
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Deserves it.
Yes, he does. He had, what was it, Feud of the Year, Match of the Year, a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, he's been on there a bunch. Throughout these 4 segments, we've talked a lot about Kevin Owens.
This year, for our toppies,
Yes.
Owens has definitely dominated a lot.
He has. And I mean, just in 1 year, he went from being on NXT, debuting, taking out Sami Zayn, to just now, the other day, losing the Intercontinental Championship. So I mean, that's pretty huge. A long year for him. I mean, he's been very, very busy. But before we go, we want to give out a Fan of the Year.
Fan of the Year.
Along with Bear Bryant. All in favor too.
Yes, very good.
So, the Fan of the Year topic will have to go to a gentleman who just saw the miracle of birth, saw the miracle of life. We are going to go and give a toppy that looks nothing like The Rock.
Not like The Rock.
To the Fan of the Year for Top Rope Reality, and that is Mr. John R.
Yes.
John R. We have talked about John R. many times on this show.
He's like our #1 fan.
He is our #1 fan. He's always checking out what's going on the show and gives us a lot of suggestions, a lot of ideas. But we want to congratulate him and his wife on the birth of their brand new baby boy.
Their baby boy.
Who just came into the world a couple of days ago, as of this filming. So we want to say congratulations, and hopefully that child does not keep you up all night. So
welcome to my world, John.
there you go, his world, not mine yet. Thank goodness.
Welcome to my world.
So have fun with that, and we just want to congratulate
And he's
you.
deserving. He's deserving.
Very deserving of the Fan of the Year.
#1 fan, of course.
#1 fan, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's a pat on the back for you.
That's right. couldn't go all the way to where you're at and give you formula and diapers, but we will give you a toppy that looks nothing like The Rock.
No, remember, nothing like The Rock.
Nothing like The Rock. So that will conclude our toppies for this year. That will conclude the year of 2015, where we've gotten all the way to episode 86. So when we start the new year, episode 87 is where it's at.
As we just march one step closer to 100.
100 is just going to be just as big as the Toppy Awards is every year.
The big year ender is a big one.
Always a big one. Our WrestleMania special is always a big one. It's kind of like the big 4.
And
like
we don't. We're going to start about our WrestleMania. My goodness.
Yes, we will. So we got a big 4 around here, just like WWE used to have big 4.
Yes.
We got our Toppy Award year enders. We've got our WrestleMania special. We have the big 100, our anniversary, and our 1 year anniversary, which is around the time of WrestleMania. So we have lots and lots of going on around here.
It is. It's so wonderful.
We hope everyone
Just
has.
get so much better.
It does.
We try to get so much better every week.
Every week. But we hope everyone has a great Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
And if you want to send any gifts, let us know, message us, and we will gladly accept your gifts.
That's right. Of course, we do not turn down gifts.
We do not turn down gifts, ladies and gentlemen. So
and just remember the reason for the season.
Reason for the season. Do not say Xmas, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. It is all about the good Lord.
When you see people out there, you give them a big old thumbs up and wish them a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Straight from the heart, I mean. And they may give you nothing, but just give them a big old Merry Christmas.
But they heard it. They heard it, though.
Make sure they hear it.
So you make sure you say Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. And from all of us here, little Pierre and all the other staff members right here at Top Rope Reality, I am Justin Carter.
And I'm Mike Hogan. And I want to thank each and every one of you, and we'll see you when the new year starts here at Top Rope Reality. Let's see if I can get this going.
So, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!